Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 102 and we're currently over here inside the new gigantic area that we have got in my base. Seriously, this place, I'm so glad I actually decided to do this one, okay? This was like an odd project that I was like, yeah, you know, I'll get on with that. That'll be something fun to do over the next couple episodes. I hadn't realised quite how cool it was going to look, to be honest with you. This has added like a massive element to my base. We have obviously the sugarcane farms here that I still haven't added up. Still haven't added in to the hopper timer over there. So currently they're switched off, as you can see. But we'll get that up and running at some point. But now, of course, we have got these areas over here. Now, as I've discussed many times now, this is going to be for the melon farm and also the pumpkin farm. And actually, in the previous episode of Hermitcraft, where we did a bunch of chatting and things, it was a very different episode of Hermitcraft, completely different from pretty much anything I've ever done on my channel before, where we just chatted along. But during that episode, towards the end, we actually designed a new melon and pumpkin farm that is going to be perfect for these little areas. Now, it's probably not going to be the most efficient thing in the world, and it's probably not the most compact thing in the world either, but it looks pretty cool. It uses slime blocks and also some interesting redstone mechanics. So I think what we'll do is quickly we'll hop into the redstone testing world and I'll show you guys around. So here is the beautiful little machine that we have created. Now once again, this thing uses slime blocks, and as you can see here, if we chuck in some melons, then head round the back and hit this button, they get fired off into the distance. And also we've used some really smart redstone mechanics here. Now I have to say, I was pretty proud of myself for this one, because I did all of this on camera. It's not very often that I design redstone contraptions on camera because I'm awful at it, but we managed to do it in the previous episode. So as you can see, if we run this thing, the slime blocks extend and then the block gets retracted, then pushed back, and that means that it resets the entire mechanism. And that's just using this little setup here with the half slab and then the redstone torches and things. And as you can see, these melons, they go miles. Look at that. That's like a good 20 or so blocks there. So that's going to be perfect. That should mean that we don't get any melons stuck on any of these blocks. I've done a bunch of testing, but so far nothing like that has happened. So it's pretty much a lossless melon farm, and I really am tempted to do a video on this one because it seems to be working really quite well. As you can see, there are melons growing there just fine. So yeah, I really like it. It's a cool design, and this is what we are going to be building on the Hermitcraft server in the area for the modules. So first things first, of course, it is resource gathering time. Now, thankfully, thanks to these guys over here that you can see, these guys have provided me with plenty of pumpkin heads, or at least gathering up the resources to create these guys. Got plenty of pumpkin heads there, and we've got 21 melon seeds, which, yeah, I mean, that should be okay. We've got plenty of pumpkin seeds, clearly, but 21 melon seeds, I don't know, we might need a few more of those. But now it is just a case of gathering up some of the more resources. So we've got redstone, we're going to need a bunch of that. We're going to need a few repeaters, which it doesn't look like we've got any of those. We're going to need a few redstone torches. Of course, we're going to need a handful of pistons as well, which we're running low on. And also a bunch of slime blocks, which I have a feeling, yeah, we are completely fresh out of that stuff. So let's head back over to Hermit Hills. My inventory is a total mess, but I'm going to try my best to do this first module here on camera. Now, I just realised I didn't bring enough dirt along, so already we're not off to the best start here. But let's see if I can actually remember how to build this thing. Now, once again, that wasn't the best of starts, because this regular piston needs to be facing across a bit like that. Yep, there we go. So that is going to get pulled back there, then pushed back across. That is absolutely fine. And then on top of that one, we'll need the sticky piston and the slime block. I am well aware of the fact that I have fully just gone into tutorial mode straight away there. It seems to just be the way that I do things. If I'm doing redstone on camera, I automatically revert into tutorial mode. But there's those two, and then we're going to have a gap of 2 blocks there with our regular piston, then our sticky piston, then the slime block. Okay, so that is like the main framework of this build. Now I've just realised that we're going to have to take out all of this wall here just a little bit further back, because this redstone contraption is a tiny bit bigger than the previous one. But other than that, in terms of the redstone, it is just going to be a redstone line going right the way across all of these, and not opening up your chat there. It's going to go right the way across like that. And then all we need to do is just place redstone torches that are going to power all of the regular pistons, and then our half slabs that power the sticky pistons, and that's it. Is that really it? Like, that is this redstone contraption in all of its glory? I can't believe it. That is all of the wiring for it. I'm really, really proud of myself for this little contraption here. I don't know why, I just think it's super cool. But then, of course, we're going to need our furnaces. Those are our removable objects. Seriously, what is going on? I haven't played Minecraft. I'm still getting back into the swing of things with Minecraft here. It's been, well, it was 12 days since I played Minecraft properly last episode, and I haven't really played too much since then. So I suppose I'm still in that sort of shaky noob stage here. But there's that. Then we're just going to need the furnaces on either edge. And that's everything done. Okay, so that is the system there. That is our little melon farm. That's how it's going to be looking. Of course, we should probably run a button into this one, and I can do that using a wooden button there. We'll just quickly make sure that everything's working. So we need to see that the slime blocks extend, and then the blocks get pushed back into their original position. So here goes. Yes, okay, that looks like it has worked. Awesome. Alright, so one little module is in place, and now we have to do that all the way up to the top. Oh, I swear, this is just becoming my thing. This is just the thing that I appear to do when I'm working on these farms. Just take a look, try and work out the problem here. Yes, I've done it again. I don't believe it. In other news, though, it's all going well. Okay, everything's going well. This side is done. This side I thought it was coming along really nicely, but now we have to take down the whole thing. And to add insult to injury, my pickaxe has run out, so that means that I'm going to have to get myself a new pickaxe. Very exciting for the new mending enchantment that's coming in Minecraft 1.9, but we currently don't have that, which means, of course, I'm going to have to do some repairals here. But how annoying is that? It's in the wrong location. We're going to have to push everything back a block. And you know what? The worst part is that I thought to myself, that's strange. You know, I don't have to go an extra couple blocks back here. That's a little bit odd, because on the other side, I didn't actually have enough space for all of the redstone, as you guys saw, which means that I had to take out a little extra area. And I didn't have that problem on this side, but I was like, oh, it must just be, you know, I must have mined it out extra one block on this side. Nope, clearly not. I'm just a spoon. Let's get to it. Do you know what the worst part about this is that I've used sea lanterns in this build, and I don't have a silk touch pickaxe, and these sea lanterns right here, these are my last sea lanterns, okay? I've got 2 sea lanterns left, and that would have been the perfect amount, but sadly, we're now going to have to take these guys out, and yeah, we don't really get those back, do we? Problems. And as far as I can tell, everything is now all done. Okay, right, let's hop down. Of course, we have got 2 gaps where the sea lanterns should be going. Don't know if I'll be adding those in today's episode. I might just put that off until the next episode. But here they are. We have got this module here, and we have got this module here as well. And as far as the looks are concerned, it's not bad, you know. The sugarcane farm definitely looks a lot better. It definitely does. There's no doubt about it. Sugarcane just looks 10 times better. Of course, we're using sand as well. It looks a lot nicer. Over here, it looks okay. It just looks like a lot more mechanical and a little bit more dirty. We've got quite a few more like exposed furnaces, I guess you could say. All of these furnaces are like obvious, whereas beforehand we've got all of the ladders there. I suppose we could add in some ladders going around like this, but at the minute, not particularly fussed, because of course we have actually got to get this thing up and running. We need to add in all of the melons, and we need to add in all of the pumpkins. Now what I am thinking is, of course, this is one module. We are going to have more modules over in those sections over there. Now I'm thinking, actually, just had a thought, I was going to do melons on one side and pumpkins on the other side, but that might look a little bit silly, so instead we're going to do melons here and here, and then we're going to do pumpkins in those modules over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab myself a hoe, because I currently don't have one of those, believe it or not. So I'm going to grab myself one of those, and then we will start adding these little fellas in. So while I put in all of these melon things, I thought I would quickly chat to you about how I go about recording these Hermitcraft episodes, because for those of you who don't know, I wasn't actually planning on doing any Hermitcraft episodes up until about November. So I pre-recorded up to episode 100 because of course I wanted to hit that year thing, and then I wasn't going to do any more Hermitcraft episodes until about the 3rd of November, I believe. I think that was the date that I could officially start recording again. But essentially I've decided to mix things up a little bit, and I'm recording these episodes in the strangest of ways, okay? So what I'm doing is, of course, my mum is at home all the time. She's currently recovering from her surgery, which is absolutely fine, but she's now going out and about, okay? She's up and about a little bit more, and occasionally, you know, I take her to the shops, or she goes out on walks and things like that. So what's been happening is that I've basically been taking her to the shop, then I've come home, I've booted up my Minecraft, and I've recorded a bit, and then I go and pick her up from the shop. So I record sort of like 2 or 3 clips, and that's around about it. So this episode of Hermitcraft, this has been recorded over about 5 occasions, 5 different occasions, from walks, going to the shops and things like that. It's basically a very precarious recording setup that we currently have going on here, but it does sort of appear to be working. I apologise if this episode seems like a little bit disjointed, as if I've recorded it over 5 occasions, because that's essentially what has happened. But this is the way that it's going to be going down for probably the next couple of weeks, I would say. But after that, of course, it will be standard Hermitcraft. Hermitcraft will resume in a normal fashion, but I just thought I'd give you guys that little insight there as to how I've been doing things, because it's interesting. It's definitely a funny way of recording videos. I've never really done it before. It basically means I have to sit down, then immediately be in the zone and ready to start recording, which is pretty bizarre. But anyway, you can see that all of our seeds are now in place. Our melon farm is now ready to rock and roll. We just have to link up all of the redstone. Okay, so all of the redstone torches are now in place. One thing that I do just want to mention is I apologize for those of you listening on headphones. The previous clip, I managed to do that thing where I pulled my XLR cable too tight once again, and there was that buzzing noise. But anyway, all of the slime blocks have been chucked out by the redstone torches, so let's just quickly fix that. Good, okay, it looks like our system is going to be working. Alright, so we've linked up all of the redstone for this side. That is all fine and dandy. So now we just have to do the other side as well. So there we have it, ladies and gents. So that is everything pretty much completed. We have linked up all of the redstone on this side and this side as well. Our melon farms are now in place, and we have got everything ready to rock and roll. Now, of course, all we have to do is add in the back modules and also just get everything up and running, link everything up to the hopper timer, and then this entire room will be pretty much completed. However, there are a few extra farms that I also want to do that we are going to be doing in the future. But unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I've got time for today. As you guys know, I'm going to be doing mini episodes over the next couple of weeks. That's sort of how everything's going to be going. But I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. And if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.